It's Friday, and Friday is a fast day for hundreds and hundreds, thousand years of the ecclesia, the church gathering. Friday is a family fast day. And today, in the midst of a lot of difficulty, a lot of negative voices from the outside, and pains on the inside, and a lot of sadness because of incomplete work, and a lot of sadness because of a lack of regular communion with the saints, praying in the Spirit. I was grieving, and I was hearing to read Psalm 3, and I opened the Bible, but I went away and rested for a while, and then I came back and I saw where the Bible was open, and I began to read, and I read through this deliverance from enemies. Psalm 35. I was open to Psalm 35, and I felt like there had to have been some kind of angelic assistance in the way that this was opened. I'm serious. Because I began to read this, and I'm like, wow, this is this very eloquent, complex deliverance prayer. Now, I am really burdened by many, many things. There's some conflicts going on in families that are close to me. I'm in this house where Stephen David killed himself, and the voices and the spirits over this house are still messing around with this house and these peoples. But I want to share this with you. I used to hate the Bible partly because David was allowed to kill 20,000 Philistines, and it says thou shalt not kill. I mean, what the heck is that? Like, why is there all this killing? Nobody ever told me that when Messiah showed up, there was absolutely no retaliation. And it was absolutely forbidden to have anything to do with emotional involvement with governments. Can you imagine Jesus of Nazareth being a border guard for some government, preventing people from traveling to see their little families or something like that? Okay, so here's the deal. As I read this, remember that our enemies are not human beings. Human beings killed a guy named Stephen, my namesake. They killed him. And while they were killing him, he was aware that they were under the oppressive, ugly spirits that have taken over the entire human family. They were killing him, and he said, God, please do not hold this death, this killing against them. Do not hold this against them. And Jesus on the cross, who's suffering, knowing that his suffering is actually going to become an open door for any human being who just mentions the crucified healer, the crucified resurrected one, the crucified. If anyone mentions the crucified, they will have mercy in the struggles of their life and the opening of the afterlife. So our battles are not against human beings. Yeshua said, Father, forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. They are under the influence of wicked spirits. Now, you might not want to think about wicked spirits, but I'm telling you, the Christianity people are supposed to tell everyone, after you're saved, there are still demons that remain in your atmosphere. A lot of them started connection with you in your youth and the way that you were formed. Paul had a demonic problem of spiritual pride and envy. And he admitted to people, there's still this demon of spiritual pride and envy that was around me when I was a kid. He was raised in a super Jewish atmosphere that brought in converts from the Gentiles. And it's no wonder that he was killing the followers of Yeshua who were getting more converts than he was. The early church writings reveal that he had a demon of spiritual pride and envy, and that's the kind of stuff that comes in when you're in a super religious spiritual atmosphere. So, that's the preface. As I read this, let this be a gift to you. Contend, Adonai, contend, Yahweh, contend, O my strongest spirit, with those who contend with me. Fight against those spirits who fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckler and rise up to help me. Get your equipment together and rise up to help me against these spirits. Draw the spear and javelin against my pursuers. Take your equipment, strongest spirit, whatever your equipment is, and throw them against my pursuers. Say to my soul, I am your Yeshua, I am your salvation, I am your spirit who rescues you, I am your problem solver, I am your solution bringer. Please, Adonai Elohim, strongest spirit, say to my soul, I am your rescuer. Say that to me. Say to my soul, I am your rescuer. I am your problem solver. I am the one who brings your solution. Let them be put to shame and dishonor who seek after my life to destroy me. May the spirits that are trying to see me destroyed be put to shame and disorder. Let those spirits who seek after my life to destroy my life, let them be turned back and confounded. Those ones who devise evil against me, let them be sent away from me. Let them be like chaff before the wind, with the angel of Adonai driving them on. May angels of light come and just blow away these wicked spirits that want to see me destroyed and messed up. May they just be blown away like dust with the angel of Adonai driving them on. Adonai is my lifeguard, my sweet lifeguard, strong one who cares about me. Let their way be dark and slippery, with the angel of Adonai pursuing them. May the angel of Adonai be driving those nasty spirits that are trying to gather together against me. May the angels of light drive them off. Because without cause, they hid their nets for me. They set up to trap me. They have snared me. Without cause, they dug a pit for my life. Without cause, they have caused me to get stuck in certain places. Let ruin come on them unawares. Let calamity come on those spirits. Bam. and the net that they have hid for me ensnare them. Let them fall into their own net, to their ruin. Then my soul will rejoice in my lifeguard, my strong boss who gives the great benefits. Then my soul shall exult in his deliverance for me. All my bones shall say, "Oh, lifeguard, who is like you? Oh, Adonai, sweetest boss with the great bonuses, who is like you? You deliver the weak from those too strong for them. There are spirits that are too strong for me. Deliver me from them. You are my rescuer. You are my problem solver. You deliver the weak and needy from those who despoil and mess them up. You deliver the weak from those who are oppressing them. Malicious witnesses rise up, voices. They ask me about things I do not know. They repay me evil for good. My soul is forlorn. All these voices come up with all these words, repaying me evil for good. But as for me, when they were sick, I wore sackcloth. I afflicted myself with fasting. I prayed with head bowed down on my bosom for them, as though I grieved for a friend or a brother. I went about as one who laments for a mother, bowed down and in mourning. And this is a prayer for those who are affected by spirits who have risen up as enemies. But at my stumbling, they gathered in glee. They gathered together against me. Ruffians who I didn't know tore at me without ceasing. They impiously mocked more and more, gnashing at me with their teeth. How long, my precious lifeguard, will you just look on? Rescue me from their ravages. Rescue my life from these wicked spirit lions, evil, attacking spirits. Then I will thank you in the great congregation. In the mighty throng, I will praise you. Do not let my treacherous enemies, these ugly spirits, rejoice over me. Do not let these spirits that have camped down out in this territory that I have been in rejoice over me. Do not let those rejoice over me who hate me without cause and wink the eye. For they do not speak peace, but they conceive deceitful words against those who are quiet in the land. They conceive deceitful words against those who are quiet in the land. They open their eyes against me. They say, "Aha, aha, our eyes have seen it." You have seen, O Lord. Do not be silent, precious lifeguard, rescuer. Do not be far from me, strong one. Wake up. Bestir yourself for my defense, for my cause, my Elohim, my strongest spirit, and my Adonai, my beneficial greatest boss and lifeguard. Wake up, bestir yourself for my defense, for my cause. Wake up, bestir yourself for my defense and my cause. Vindicate me, O Adonai, my Elohim, according to your righteousness, and do not let them rejoice over me. Do not let them say to themselves, Aha, we have our heart's desire. Do not let them say, we have swallowed you up. Let those who rejoice at my calamity be put to shame and confusion. May those spirits who rejoice in my calamity be put to shame and confusion. Let those spirits who exalt themselves against me be clothed with shame and dishonor. Shame and dishonor. Let those who desire my vindication shout for joy and be glad. May the angels of light that stand with me and the goodness of the Holy Spirit shout for joy and be glad and say evermore, Great is Adonai. Great is my lifeguard who delights in the welfare of his servant. Great is my lifeguard who delights in the welfare of his servant. Then my tongue shall tell of your righteousness and of your praise all day long. I found this thing opened to that. And that's precisely what I needed to, these are the noises, these are the words that I needed to speak out of my mouth, because my soul and my entire life was under a state of ugly evaluation. Goodness. Surely goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life, and you will dwell in the house of Adonai forever.